Hey, everybody. Sean Dotson here with the flip side. It is September 15th, 2018, and this is your weekend update. Hey, everybody. So I'm down here at the Three Rivers Tap Room today, which is just next door to the Brew Distillery, and I'm back to my Arroyo Amber. So just want to say cheers to everybody out there. And I just want to ask, first of all, it's a little bit loud over here today, so I'm going to pop up the chat over here and just see how's the sound. Can everybody hear me okay? So first of all, to all of you that are new, this weekend update is really meant to be a recap of everything that's happened in the Forrest Fenn Chase community throughout the previous week. So I just want to say hi to all you new people. And if this is something that interests you as far as, hearing about what's going on in the chase, I highly suggest that you hit the subscribe and the bell to set reminders so that you have reminders in the future. And I want to welcome all you new people that are coming into the chase. So hi to all you guys. And we're just going to jump right into this. But I kind of told everybody in the teaser that I wanted to give you an understanding of why I'm changing the weekend update to Saturday at this time. And a lot of that is because my wife, she works at the hospital and she works evenings on Friday and Saturday evenings. So we wanted to kind of keep Sunday open for the family in case, there's stuff that we want to do together. And by doing it on Sunday, it kind of puts it right in the middle of the day that if there's something we wanted to do with the family, then we have to work it all around doing this. And we didn't want to do that. So we decided to move it to Saturday so that, I'm not affecting her sleep cycle and I'm not affecting any plans that we eventually want to make with the family. So I'm sure most people can understand that. And that's kind of the main reason why. So we are going to make it firm to be on Saturdays at 1 p.m. so we can kind of get on a cycle for everybody and make sure that, if you guys aren't missing out on it or, I keep flip-flopping between the dates. So I just kind of want to apologize to everybody for that. But now we will be able to get it set at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on every Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the weekend update and kind of get you guys telling you what happened during the week. So I'm going to start right off with A Gypsy's Kiss. And A Gypsy's Kiss this week on Tuesday, they did a show called The Illusion of Time. So I want everybody to pack your bags and jump on with Toby, Shelley, and H.G. Wells and go back in time and talk about time travel and everything else with The Gypsy's Kiss. So if you haven't watched their show, go check it out. Definitely an interesting show. And then Wednesday, they tried doing their 1-800 call in, but of course they had a lot of gremlins and stuff, and they had a lot of echoes and things, which they eventually got worked out on Friday, and I'll talk about that. But they did have a special guest with Michael Hull, which I believe a lot of people really like, and they also had Sean Martinez from the Figuring Out Forrest Fenn YouTube channel. So some great guests and some great discussion that they had, even beyond the gremlins and little technical issues that they had on that channel, which, all of us Fenn tubers, we all can understand, the troubles. I mean, me with my computer going down, we've had all kinds of issues. So definitely we can completely understand, but they did get them worked out and it came out great on Friday. But then A Gypsy's Kiss on Thursday did their book club, which was the chapter Flywater, which is a great chapter. A lot of people love that chapter. So there's some great discussion on that chapter on that video. So definitely go out and give that one a look at as well. And then this Friday, which was just yesterday, they had their It's All About You with a gentleman searcher by the name of Jonathan Jones, and got to know Jonathan and understand his search style and everything. So if you haven't watched that video and want to know more about another searcher in the community and not Jonathan Jones, go check out that video. And it's all these video links are already in the description below. So if you want to jump ahead and go see them, you can definitely go ahead. And then on Friday, also Friday evening at about 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, they did a 1-800 call-in where Toby kind of, figured out all the gremlins they had on Wednesday, and then he again tested it out on Friday. And man, it went smooth, went very good. We had a lot of really key people that jumped in there and called in. We had Joel Lewicki. We had one of your favorites, which is K-Pro, Christy. We also had, who else is in there? I know there's a couple others that called in there. Man in the Barn actually called in, and there was a couple others that called in and gave some updates and got to talk to Toby and ask some questions. So it was really cool. I think it went really well. There was one issue that I think Toby says he has to figure out, which is if he's online with somebody and somebody else calls in, he can't take that call. So he can only take one call at a time. he kind of explained that. And I think he said he's going to work on that. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ben Downing. Also, Davio22, my brother from another mother out in California, called in. And, man, he's got some really cool ideas. So definitely go back and listen to that because Davio threw a lot of stuff out there. Davio loved it, but good to see you on there as well. And that kind of wraps up everything that went on at Gypsy's Kiss this week. And I'm just going to take a moment and kind of say hi to everybody in the chat room here really quick. And it looks like my search partner, David Kramer, was the front-running bastard today in the show. But Rob G., how are you? Jimmy Fast, H. Purd, Anon. I did respond to your PM over on Thor, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. I hadn't logged in a couple weeks over on Thor, so you might go check it out. K-Pro, how are you? I know she won't be happy to hear that I said I hadn't logged in a while. William Ortiz, hey, William, how are you? Follow Me Down, howdy, another fellow poem purist, like to see him. Journeyman, how are you? Dale Richards, good to see you again in here. Alan K, cheers to you as well, brother. Craig Carter, thank you for telling me all the sound is good. Ben Downing, hola. Let's see who else we got in here. Heather Dawn, how are you? 22 Knarf, hello. And Sean Martinez, hey Sean, how are you? So yeah, I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat room and cheers to you all on a Saturday. So now the next person I want to talk about is a new video that came out, and that was from someone going by the name of Brit Chaser. And Brit Chaser put a video out on their My Full Solve Revealed. And he put a good 30-minute video on his solve. I haven't gone and been able to watch the whole thing yet, Brit, but I will go in there and watch it and make some responses in there. But definitely go check out a solve from another brother across the pond over there, kind of like our friend Paul. So definitely go check out his, and the link is in the description below. And next, I want to talk about our good friend, Bill Gorman, Wild Bill Gorman. But he put out a kind of a video response to Forrest Fenn time travel. Been there, done that. So Bill Gorman gives his whole interpretation on time travel. So jump on the wagon with H.G. Wells and Bill Gorman and go back in time, folks. But then he also did a video on Little Beaver, Listen Good. And I got to say, Bill, that when you first pop in there, man, you look like Einstein. Your hair's kind of going everywhere, getting crazy. So I'll give you a suggestion. Maybe you ought to, poke your hair out all crazy and get some Einstein videos going, brother. But hair was definitely wild that day. And next is our good friend, Mike Calazars. Calazars put out his video log number 102. And this was kind of a recap of everything that, kind of went down during the whole Jay Diggins raffle and everything in Santa Fe. And it shows, kind of the after party. It shows the poker tournament. And, it talks about him driving there, driving back, and just some good stuff in there. So a great video for those of you that maybe couldn't make it, but like Mike Collins and like to follow him, definitely go check out his video. It was pretty awesome. Next are our good friends, Sasha and Jason Dent with Fenn Treasure Hunters. But they did obviously they do their Tuesday live chat. So they did this week, had their Tuesday live chat, but they also had last week, they had their Saturday chat as well. And since I'm, doing this on Saturday, I can't talk about their Saturday one because it hasn't happened yet. But also, it's always fun. I think that they do a good job of really communicating well with the chat room and answering questions and going back and forth. So they've got a really cool niche in doing that, and they do a great job. So definitely go check out their video, because it's not just like this where it's just a recap. They're actually answering questions and stuff, and there might be something positive you get back from it, even if you weren't in the live chat. So definitely go check it out. Now I want to talk about Jenny Kyle and her website, Mysterious Writings. This week, she did have a featured Q&A from Forrest, and it was titled The Saber Dance. And this is where a fellow searcher had asked a question about, the F-100 and all that and his crash landings that he had. And Forrest Fenn gives a response to that. And I don't want to give it all away, but the link to the Q&A is in the description below, and you can go find that and go read it for yourself. There's definitely a lot going on in there in that response and all kinds of rabbit holes to chase if you're into chasing rabbit holes. But they also put out a video this week, and it was all about Forrest Fenn's coded words in Jenny Kyle's Armchair Treasure Hunt book. And if you're into that and you have that book or you don't have that book, you can go watch that video, and she kind of goes into depth on that and gives some of her interpretation. So again, the link is in the description below, and you guys can go check that out. Always great stuff from Jenny. She's got some great insight and stuff that she does. I always appreciate watching what she has. And Britt Chaser, I see you're in there. How are you? Who else jumped in? Anybody else? No. Now, next I want to talk about our searcher named Nobody No One, who again put out another video this week. It was part 2 to his new way of thinking, and they're kind of going into the poem and interpreting serpent lines. But this time, Nobody No One interpreted "If You've Been Wise and Found the Blaze" line. So if you're interested in that, the link is down below. You can go check out that video, but he does go into his interpretation of that. So again, some good thoughts. I don't necessarily agree with everything, but definitely some good thoughts there. And go check that video out. Next, I'm going to move on to our brother from another mother across the pond, or the guy I like to call Man in the Kitchen. And that's Paul from the UK. Well, he put out probably one of the most strangest titles I've seen in a video. It was called "A Wet Place for Forrest Fenn's Chest." I thought that was, whoa, I thought that was kind of, a very salacious title there. But Paul kind of goes into comparing, Forrest Fenn's poem and The Thrill of the Chase to, the book Beowulf, and kind of some similarities there as far as, the treasure chest being wet, isn't in a swamp, and all these other things. Definitely some interesting stuff. And I can tell you, Paul, and I think DeCall might actually have some, overlapping thoughts, as far as the 800-foot salamander and all that other stuff. But definitely some interesting correlations between what Paul and what DeCall thinks, and kind of what they're interpreting from the poem. So definitely some good stuff. I definitely highly suggest you go check out Paul's video. He gets on here once in a while, but I think like right now it's probably like, 2 o'clock in the morning or something for Paul right now, and hopefully he's getting some sleep. Now I'm going to move on to our good friend, Rambling Pam, our fellow mellow yellow searcher. And this week she put out a couple of different videos. One was titled Deer Lodge, Montana. And then she put out another one about, and I know I'm going to mess this up, Uber Homestead. I don't know if that's Uber or Hoover or whatever, Homestead, Utah. But definitely some great videos. Her and her husband get to do a lot of traveling around, and they do some great videos of the areas that they search. So not always treasure related, but definitely, some good history of the areas that she's visiting, and some great scenery. So I always love watching her videos. Cheers to everybody in the chat room. That's good. Next, I want to talk about Rodney Greenway. Rodney Greenway this week put out a video titled Tip of the Iceberg, and he goes into talking about subtle meanings. And again, I like listening to Rodney. He's got some great, insights and interpretations. Into the book and in the poem, and he hasn't put out a video in a while, but it's good to see him out there putting out videos again. So definitely go check out Rodney Greenway's video, and if you haven't subscribed to his channel, subscribe to it and go give it a like as well. Next is RF Hecky, our good friend Susie. I like to call her my wino auntie, but I guess she drinks iced tea. But she put out several videos this week, but she actually did her first live video last night, and I was lucky enough to get into it right away and watch her video. But it was really fun just kind of being there with her live, and she was just, she was having a lot of fun with it, responding to the questions and stuff in the chat room and figuring that out. So great job, Susie, seeing you in there and doing that. I think you did an awesome job. Keep it going. It's a lot more fun kind of doing the live shows because you get to interact with people right away. So I hope to see that you do more live shows in the future. So great job. And if you're interested in the book, and she does a lot of great interpretations from things from the book, go check out her video. And we look forward to your next live video, Susie. And lastly, I want to talk about Treasure Tracer. And Treasure Tracer put out a couple of videos this week. One was titled Own Your Solve, and another was titled, Fenn Treasure Hunt Imagination. And in that imagination one, they kind of go into detail about using, the level of imagination, and they think that imagination is key and deciphering this. And I would, somewhat agree with that. DeCall and I are kind of, on opposite ends of this, where he is more of, imaginative, and I'm kind of more of a logic side. But I agree with Treasure Tracer that it does have to be, some level of imagination involved in this. Otherwise, how can you figure this whole thing out? So I definitely agree with them. We got a bit of a shout out on there from the flip side. So cool. We like that. So that pretty much wraps up, what I saw through the Fenn universe this week, as far as what was going on in the FenTube universe. So I want to just kind of quickly segue over to the chat room a little bit, see if there's any kind of questions going on and stuff before I kind of go into a little bit of a new part of what I'm going to do with this weekend update. Grab it here. If I got any questions? Again, if you have questions, just put that little @ sign and then flip side. Like I got one here. Ben Downing, yeah, Davio 22. Yep, yeah, he called in. Absolutely. Calazars, Mike, good to see you in here. How are you, brother? See if there's anybody else new in here. Britt Chaser, I think I did say hi to you. Welcome. Davio 22, you made it in. Great, good to see you. Did Susie make it in here? I didn't see if she was in here or not. Sean Martinez, Oktoberfest for lunch. Yeah, it's my beer church. Not Sunday, but it's my beer church today. Flip side, am I coming to Cody? What's going on in Cody? I don't know what's going on in Cody, Heather. You have to tell me what's going on in Cody. So now what I want to do is I got a suggestion from Christy K-Pro about adding a little bit to the weekend update, and that is kind of, since I get to talk about everything that happened the week prior, why not start talking about what's coming up for the next week? So kind of get you guys lined up about what to anticipate for the upcoming week. Kind of like what Toby does on Monday. He kind of tells you what he's going to be doing for his show that week. So I thought it might be a great idea to, like Christy is suggesting, to talk about the upcoming events that you can anticipate this week. So we'll go right down that. So first of all, tonight at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, we're going to have Fenn Treasure Hunters are going to be doing Saturdays with Sasha. So that's going to be Jason Dent and Sasha Johnston doing their Saturdays with Sasha show. So Jason, I don't know if you guys are having a special guest or anything on there with tonight. Maybe if you're in here, you can post telling us if you do have a special guest or something tonight. But again, guys, that's going to be at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time this evening. So make sure you go to their channel. You can do the reminder for it. Fault, LOL. And then this Sunday, I want to let everybody know I'm going to be putting out a short video, and we're fine tuning this. This is K-Pro, David DeCall, and I. We're going to fine tune this a little bit, but I'm going to kind of do like a FenTuber collaboration. And we haven't kind of named how it's going to be named yet, but what I want to do is I'm going to either get a question from the search community that's going to be started over on Thor, and there is a thread over on Thor that you can go check out that is about the questions for the flip side. And I've started this thread, which is for you guys to go in there and pose a question to either myself, David, DeCall, or Christy, and then we can answer it live on the after party show, on Wednesdays. But what I kind of want to do is also, get a question we think is really good that comes from a searcher, and then pose it to the entire FenTube community, and then pose that question and say, okay, everybody, we're all going to answer this question in about a 5-minute video, and then we're all going to title the video exactly the same thing. And then we'll kind of, by Friday, we'll be able to put all those together in a playlist for everybody to go watch. So I kind of, first of all, thought of this idea about 2 or 3 months ago, where I wanted to call it like the FenTuber challenge or something. But I think that's a challenge is not really a good word, because I don't think this is a challenge. It's not like any kind of reward. It's just that, so if we find a really good question from the search community that we all kind of want to give our different response on, I'll put that out there as a collaboration or whatever. And then each, FenTuber, or even if you're not a FenTuber, if you just want to put a video together and post it on YouTube, and then I'll put a whole playlist together so that everybody can go watch and, one by one, watch everybody's video if they want, or they can pick, their favorite FenTuber and watch their response, however you want to do it. But it'll kind of be interesting to get, each individual's response in a 5-minute or less video, from each FenTuber. So we're going to fine tune that a little bit. Obviously there'll be a couple hiccups and we'll improve it, but I'll put out a video tomorrow with that first question, and we'll pose it to everybody in the FenTube community. We'll see how it goes, and everybody can kind of give us some feedback on what they think with that. Now, This Monday, we anticipate sometime around 1 o'clock that we will get a lineup from Toby with the Gypsy's Kiss on what they're doing, all throughout the week. But we do know that, they will have a show on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then potentially Friday now. But we don't know what the title will be for Tuesday just yet. But we know Wednesday they will do a live panel discussion, and hopefully Monday we'll get that update. And then Thursday, they will have a book club. We know it'll be the chapter after Flywater, which I can't think off the top of my head. Somebody can probably tell me. And then Friday, they may. It sounds like they're kicking the idea around about doing the 1-800 call in as a regular show, and we'll see how that goes. I think it went pretty good on Friday, and we'll see how that if they anticipate doing that. And then I forgot Tuesday. Finn Treasure Hunters, Jason and Sasha will be doing their Tuesday live show at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time too. So make sure that you get a reminder and set your reminder for that. And then Saturday evening or Saturday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll be back here with the flip side doing the weekend update for y'all. So that pretty much wraps up the whole weekend update for you guys. I'm trying to make it quick. I think that when we go on these really long 1-hour videos, other than the after hours party and stuff, it's just a lot for everybody to kind of, want to watch it being that long. So kind of listen to some of the feedback I'm getting, in the PMs and emails and what people are saying on the chat room. So trying to keep this video a little bit shorter for everybody. So I hope that you guys appreciate that. But right now, I'll just, again, segue back over to the chat room and see what you guys are talking about. Follow me down. Toby should wear suspenders like Larry King, right? The rest of the story. Oh, is Jonesy in here? DAK, I saw you in here too. Jonesy, where are you at? I see everybody talking about you. So you guys like this idea, the kind of that collaboration? I think it'd be fun. So again, if you guys like that idea of the collaboration, go over to the Hint of Riches. There is a thread in there titled Questions to the Flip Side. And it can be a comment too. It doesn't have to be a question. But I think Wednesday, we'll make sure that DeCall, David, K-Pro, and I, we all kind of look at those questions there. I think NMC and a couple others have put some questions in there already. But we may not be able to get to all of them if there's a lot of them. But we should be able to get to a few of those. And answer those live on the show for you guys. But then the collaboration, if we find a really good question and we think that might be good to everybody, all the different Fenn tubers, then we'll definitely look at that. K-Pro, how's the weather out there? You guys getting more rain or what's going on? Heather, I want to know if Fenn made chase for Alaska bush people, right? Beer than sandbags, right? You got to have priorities. I'll take beer over sandbags. Where's Jonesy? I didn't see Jonesy in here. Oh, there she is. Okay, yeah, Alaska Bush Sisters. Hi, Jonesy. How are you? Jonesy, I did see over on Harry's forum that Jamie Moriarty, which I'm assuming is Ricky, put out a thread where he was suggesting people that we should put on the after party show. And I agree, there was some good people other than Ralph Lauren, obviously, but there was some good people that he suggested on there. And I just told them, if people want to be on the after party show or the weekend update or anything like that, they can email me at SeanNM at hotmail.com and we can discuss and see about getting you on there. I've got quite a few people that are interested in coming on the show kind of lined up. So obviously I owe it to those people first to get them in there. But definitely, I would love some of the people that were on there. It might be interesting people to have on, including yourself, Jonesy. I think I've already kind of talked to you a little bit about that. Don't be so shy. Oh yeah, K-Pro, you're going to owe me some money every time I say Thor, Thor, Thor. How do you think I'm going to pay for my my Zoom? Yeah, Bill Kaiser. Actually, it would Bill Kaiser would be a good guest too. So I know K Pro. You're in touch with Bill. Reach out to him. I think he's emailed me in the past, and we kind of chatted up a little bit. But I think you have a better relationship with him if you want to reach out to him. What about you? Follow me down. Another poem purist. Zozo rocks. How are you? Son is Popo Sergeant. Ah, right. So he's an MP. Zozo, is that what you're saying? That's what David was. David was a military police officer. Is Zozo? Is he Air Force, Army, or Marines? What branch of service is your son? Hey, Paul, you did make it in. Good to see you, brother. Awesome. How's the weather out there in the UK? Papa, we got to work out. I would actually love to have you on like a weekend update or I know I keep saying I want to keep the weekend update short, so it's kind of hard to get a guest in there. But maybe on the after party or something, have you come in there. I mean, I don't know what time is it for you on 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in the U.S. or 8 o'clock, I guess. Is that like 2 a.m. Or whatever? Maybe you could tell us what time that is for you. And if maybe that'll work out, I know Wednesday is kind of a funky day. Maybe a Saturday or something might work out better for you. We can get you in here. I'd love to have you on. I love listening to you. I'd be so frightened, but maybe it would be fun. Yeah, it's just fun. I think this week, if some of you weren't watching when we did the after party, sometimes we do what's called an encore, and we just pop it back up after we close out the video. And this week we just randomly brought people in. We thought it was a lot of fun. So if that's something you're interested in doing, as being on the encore and just saying hi and stuff, shoot me an email, give me your email address, state in there who you are as far as your screen name. Of course, all that's private. I won't share that with anybody. And you can ask Minotaur Marino. Even when I brought him in, I BCC'd his email address, so not everybody would know his full name because he wanted that private. That way we can, if you're wanting to remain anonymous and keep that anonymity, we can do that. That's no problem. And then we can try and bring you into like the encore and just have fun. It's very easy. All you got to do is have a computer with a camera and a mic or something that can pick it up. It's relatively simple. You just get in there and we have fun. The encore is something that's live that comes after, but it's not a published video afterwards. So it's just kind of entices people to stick around and watch it. And it's something they don't get to watch back over. So it's just a lot of fun. And I don't know, it's been impromptu and we've just kind of rolled with it. I can't remember. I think it was David or K-Pro or DeCall's idea when we were doing it that one week, and we just flashed it back up and everybody was like, whoa, it's an encore. So it was a lot of fun. Oh, K-Pro or what are you telling? David and K-Pro are telling each other to be quiet in here. He's telling, follow me down. Glad you missed it. Yeah, I haven't seen Mitzi in a few days either. So I don't know, Mitzi, reach out to me again where you're at if you got set up. Again, we keep talking. We'd love to have her in here. I think she'd be a ball of fun. So we'd love to get her in here. But guys, if you're interested in getting on the encore, the only way I can do it is if I have your email address. So you have to send me your email address. So shoot me an email. Again, Sean, that's SEAN, the abbreviation for New Mexico, which is nm@hotmail.com. And then you can, send me your email address. That way we can try and just put in there, hey, I'd like to be invited to the encore, and I'll make a list and, try bringing a few of you in there. I think we had like 8 or 9 people in last time, and it was just a lot of fun. Yeah, she might be doing a boots on the ground. I think you're right, Ben Downing. And Ben Downing, aren't you from Colorado somewhere? I think you had said before. And I think that's where Mitzi is searching or something. Oh, Mitzi and Jonesy. Yeah, we'd love to get Jonesy. We'd love to get you in the encore. That'd be a lot of fun. I think those two would be a hoot. You want me to put my email up? Okay, that's a good idea. There it is. Yeah, Davio, I think I've got yours, but shoot me another email and let me know if you'd like to be in the encore as well. Sean would be blushing, no doubt. What would I be blushing about? Oh, okay, Ben. Yeah, you're from Colorado Springs. I love that area, man. I was in the Army back 96, 98, I was stationed in Colorado Springs, and I love that area. We used to go up to Manitou Springs, and we were in this. I don't know if anybody here. I think I've talked about it before. It's a drinking club with a running problem called hashing, and you can do a Google search on it. Hashing, put running club in, because you never know what you're going to get with that title. But you can. I think there's videos on YouTube. You can go watch it too. But I haven't done it in a few years, with the kids and everything like that. But my wife and I have hashed together and gone out running and stuff. It's a lot of fun. But it's something that I thought would be fun if maybe next year if there is an actual Finbaree, and if I make it out there, maybe we can do a hash run during the Finbaree. And it's not. You don't have to run. You can walk it and stuff like that. But go check it out. Tell me if you think it's a good idea. Maybe next Finbaree we'll do a hash run or something too. And I think treasure hunters would like it because it's like you're following a trail of flour through everywhere, and it's a lot of fun. Go check it out. The coffin races in Manitou. I do remember those, Big Whoopie. Yeah. It's been years. I mean, I haven't been stationed there. Like I said, it was 96, 98. What is that? Shit, 20 years now? Can't remember. That's a long time. Running drunk isn't wise. Yeah, you're right. There's been some fun stuff, Bill, that's happened out there. So, Bill, how did the shopping at Wally World go last night? Well, a lot of the times where I first got into hashing was actually in Korea. I was stationed in Korea. Let's see, that was 94, 95. And I was actually, I think people know I was an intel analyst, but I got stationed on Osan Air Base, which is in Songtong. And I remember, stepping off the bus when I first arrived there, and I got knocked over by this runner guy, that was a hasher. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? And then they told me what it was. And that's where I originally did. But a lot of times we'd be running through rice paddies. We'd be running all over the place. It was crazy. And then when I did it in Colorado Springs and everywhere else, man, we were running out through the mountains and all kinds of places. So not always are they in like towns and stuff like that, but there's a lot of fun. Brit Chaser. Has anyone already thought of that look quickly down could mean look quickly down to the last stanza? Yeah, there's been a lot of people that they're put in below the home of Brown and putting the word in below Brown. People that think look quickly down is look quickly down the poem. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do have those thoughts, and who's to say those are right or wrong? I mean, who knows until they come along. Ben Downing, I was in the Army. I was actually with the 3rd ACR, 2nd Brigade, 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment. I mean, this was 96, 98. I worked in and out of the skiff and stuff in the intelligence community, but I worked in the S2 section for 2nd Brigade of 3rd ACR. But then I got tasked out a lot to some of the special ops guys and stuff, doing a lot of things in different places. So Rolling Rock, Heather, that's good beer. There's somebody with the name FenTube. Okay, cool. We got a new person in here named FenTube. All right. Sounds secret. Yeah, some of it was secret. Some of it was a lot of fun stuff. Lead is looking. What does that mean? Follow me down. Be careful. I have a beverage here. This new laptop I got, my wife just purchased me a new laptop. It's one of those touchscreen ones. So I'm figuring this thing out, and I keep making mistakes. Sometimes I touch the wrong thing. Yes, I'm getting old, and technology is outpacing me. Got some good music in the background. Bill Gorman got water and Egos. That's what I usually get at Wally World. Where is Sledneck? Yeah, April. I haven't seen him. Is that Shikiru? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's a new name. Shikru, or gonna pronounce that all messed up. Follow me down. What is it, Sean? What? Are you talking about the word "it" in the poem? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, what is it? Oh no, it's just an HP. We're not rich. I can't afford a Mac. No, it's just it's a really kind of like an entry level HP. It's a nice computer. I mean, we don't want to go out and spend a lot of money. We just wanted to focus it on a computer that I can have just specifically for doing everything with YouTube and stuff like that. So we didn't go out and spend a whole lot of money. Yeah, Shakir. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Somebody tell me. I'm having fun just talking to you guys in the chat room. This is different. So yeah, I'd like, I kind of sent out, got, my wife actually came up with a couple of suggestions for this whole, FenTube collaboration, what we should name it, because originally I wanted to call it like a FenTuber challenge. But again, I didn't like the word challenge because I didn't want it to be like some competition and, people think it's a popularity contest or anything like that. I didn't want it to come across that way. So my wife came out with one suggestion where she said, since you guys are the non-PC beer drinking, thrill of the chase talking show, why don't you call it the FenTube BYOV, which is bring your own video. Instead of bring your own beer, it's you bring your own video or you bring your own opinion or something. So the BU or something. I thought that was a great idea, and I kind of floated that with K-Pro, DeCall, and David. But kind of like to ask you guys in the chat room, what do you think would be like a cool name for calling that? I kind of like the FenTube BYOB or BYOV or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool. And I think she also had another one called the FenTuber Hot Seat, where we put everybody in the hot seat and you got to answer your questions. So that was a couple of her ideas. I think David had said he had seen something that was similar in the firearms community, so he was kind of looking up what that was. And okay, H-Perd, the Fenn Thought Mosh. Yeah, that's different, right? BYOB, yeah, haha. I think it's funny. But he can't, what would the B stand for? Bring your own, what, booze? I mean, we know that, but I like the boo you, which would be bring your own opinion, I guess. David Kramer likes the bring your own video. I don't know, Bill, did you hear what I was saying about the whole, that video collaboration thing? I don't know, Bill, if you're in here, I know you put your videos out. Is that something that you're interested in doing? The Fenn confessional, right? Yeah, it's probably not a bad thing. We probably need to do some of that. Boots. Bring over your boobies. Right. Boobs and beer. Okay. Thanks for nobody else. Boots on the ground videos. Yeah. B stands for bullshit. Yeah. Bring your own bullshit. Yeah. Right. I haven't put all videos out. No, I was just saying, Bill, we're doing this where we'll come up with like a question, like one of the ones I would like to do is, for each FenTuber to give the response to the question of what do you believe is more important, what Warm Waters Halt is or where Warm Waters Halt is, and then just give a good reasoning why, within 5 minutes or less. And then each, FenTuber out there, and even somebody who's not necessarily a FenTuber, like if Davio wanted to put out a video or Heather or Follow Me Down or anybody wanted to put out their own little video really quick, they could. And then we title the video exactly the same. It's exact same wording, everything of the video, so that it's very easy for everybody to see. Then we can put it in a really quick playlist of however 5, 10, 15, or how many videos there are. We put it in a playlist so that everybody could go, and watch all of them in a row or however they want to do it. Calling all FenTubers. Yeah. I like that, Ben Downey. Bring your own boots, babes, and beer, right? What about the girls? What are the girls going to say? Boys? Bring your own boys. Definitely wear. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. Follow me down. Anyway, guys, we've been going on here for about 40 minutes, and I kind of want to close this up. So, again, guys, we're changing up the format a little bit with the weekend update. I want to try and keep it short and simple. I know like I said, I've gone a little bit longer than I wanted to, but we've just been having fun in here. So we'll do like the weekend update, then we'll kind of do what's upcoming in the week. I think that was a good suggestion by K-Pro. So we're going to go with that. And hopefully we'll be able to fine tune that as some of the other FenTubers coming along may get a little bit more, setting up a schedule on what they want to do. So great. That pretty much wraps it up, guys. I hope that you've liked this format and how we changed it up a little bit. If you do, hey, I appreciate you guys giving the video a like. If you don't like it, that's fine too. There's another thumb for that too. That's okay. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and those videos that I've mentioned and are in the link in the description down below. Please make sure you go back and you watch those videos. If you haven't subscribed to their channel, subscribe if you do like it. Give those guys a like as well. So we're all one big community, and we like to support each other and keep this thing going. So, and it just helps some of those younger people that are in here getting in to support them. And so they keep putting out videos and keep putting out opinions, because you never know what's going to come up that's going to trip something in your own mind. So look, remember, reminder tonight, guys, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It will be Saturdays with Sasha over on the Fenn Treasure Hunter channel. So we hope to catch some of you guys over there. And if not, we'll catch you all on the flip side. Have a good day, guys.